But that's the other thing. This is Team Secret's map pick, so perhaps they have something prepared. Just maybe they're not prepared for the chamber. Who knows? But then again, it is Jesse Vash and that Sova on this map. But right now, on the defense, Team Secret are pushing out B.
All right, let's see. They are really far out. The real question is how ready for it are they going to be? Crow at least wise enough to check. Yeah, the fault line hits, and Dubstep, just barely able to get out of there. Got clipped a little bit on the wall, but heals are going to be able to come through here for Crow, who opted to go for the utility buy or the Sky. So some of the big comp differences, of course, really big comp differences across the board here, Quack. I mean, duelists, you got double duelists here for the side of Zeta. Just the Jet for Team Secret. So this attacking side also, it feels like, has to be pretty good here for Zeta. You would expect that they were much better on their defender side of this map throughout the year, but now with this kind of slightly different look, should be able to have a lot of push and presence with Depth's Neon as well.
Definitely, and we're looking to see him make some plays happen. Already just high sprinting it, kicking things into high gear on the side of A. And Envy trying to play around the dark cover. There is a little gap, but unfortunately, without the clear line of sight, it's going to be tough for him. Dep even toying with him on the ropes. Zeta has the sight now, and it's going to have to be a Team Secret retake. Jeremy drops down off drop, but unfortunately, his position has been made known. Maybe trying to buy time before going to come through, but unfortunately, the shots will not really connect. And that's going to be Zeta picking up the pistol.
Yeah, this is a really nice round here from Zeta. Just good patience, kind of a good awareness. These are some of the things that were lacking, particularly on Haven yesterday, was their protocols are better than what we saw on Haven yesterday. And so far, so good for Zeta.
Yeah, we're just dipping our toes in the water, right? Get a feel for how Team Secret are playing. And right now, sometimes they do push out. But if Zeta holds back, this works out great. And at the same time, now they've got some rifles to work off of. Team Secret has to defend really well, and they're trying to push them back with some smokes, with some blind firing. Unfortunately, it's only Jesse Vash on the A site, and while there is a flank, Laz is watching.
Yeah, and you decide to go for that rifle, and Dep great on the slide. Laz there, the follow-up 10. Just, clean.
Not much else to be said, exactly. I mean, we had some dirty dishes in the sink, we dipped them in the water, and now it's soapy, it's all good. The suds are clean, and it's gonna be Zeta with the way that they actually traverse around the map. Slow, methodical, steady.
They worked as a unit. It was kind of them making sure that they're covering their bases. Now you can leave Laz out on his own. He's so reliable with that chamber in the past. We don't know what it's gonna look like here today, but he's a guy who can, especially with that Vandal already in his arsenal, can really do some damage. Not too far away already is Dep from his overdrive as well. So Dep having a really impactful start here. Leading out this utility. Great, this just beautiful awareness. Expecting the fault line to be coming, and just runs that out. Now Laz catches Jesse Vash in the Sova. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was about to say, right, because in all that time while Dep was making noise on C, Laz sneaks up on A. And it's something that perhaps Team Secret didn't quite expect. Unfortunately, Jesse Vash, more of a backline supporter, gets taken out quick. Now they have control over the site. 10 is wreaking havoc around the doors. Borkum comes back in for a bit of a trade, but the thing is, the spike has gone down.
Yeah, that trademark just a little bit delayed there with Borkum maybe coming out of the smoke. Dep not quite able to find the kill here, but deep post plants and another big kill for Laz.
But look at how, the post-plant positions are being held. Laz up on top of Heaven, the rest of them around tree. Anyone who tries to push through, unfortunately, with the paranoia, it was all red too early.
And I know it's only 3 rounds, but Quack, this is what we were begging for, this Lotus and done today. And Team Secret, maybe went into Lotus thinking you might get something similar to Haven. You might get Dep on a breach or something like that. No. You can still get some stuns going with the Neon, and Dep can still be that impact duelist that we know and love.
Especially on a 3-side map like Lotus. I mean, having that speed, that extra momentum, you get to move across the map a lot quicker. And sometimes it throws people off in the timings of it too. Right now, it's going to be Borkum with a bit of a flank again. It is that eco round, so they're just trying to find whatever they can get. But the thing is, information has been passed on a little bit too early, so Zeta anticipates all of this.
All right. Now just Jeremy and Dubstep, my friend. And
1 enemy remaining.
Smokes are out. Laz is dealing with that backline so nicely. It's another flawless. I mean, it's all Zeta all the time. They're killing, man.
Which begs the question, right? I mean, Team Secret picking this map. I mean, this Zeta has been completely reformed. Laz on the chamber is hitting some shots, watching the flanks. He's got 8 kills right now and 0 deaths.
He looks so comfortable. And this is, again, why we're so big on this guy in 2022. Sugar Zero already popping 1. Jesse Vash able to return fire, so I think this is going to be a retreat from the side of Zeta. Too much presence there, and wisely backing off.
Now just buying time again. I mean, Team Secret, a good attempt at a play, but unfortunately it ends out in a trade. Jesse Vash with low HP as well. I mean, every single round counts, and this isn't the greatest start for Team Secret. So you gotta think perhaps a timeout has to be called soon, because this is upper brackets and double elimination LCQ, right? If you actually move forward into the grand finals, you get to rest for a day. And with such a grueling, you know, tough schedule like the desk was talking about, that could mean so much.
Exactly, and best of 5's coming up as well, so the more rest, the more prep you can get here, the better. Both of these teams so prep heavy, particularly Team Secret, so you don't want to, I tell you what, I would not want to beat anybody facing Team Secret in that grand finals with that extra day of prep. Pro there, not going to be able to get through the door, but still some pressure being applied here. Laz once again getting so deep in the flanks.
And it's not just the flank too. I mean, this is a potential rotation. The rest of Team Secret all stacking up on this A site. The Spike has options. Oh, but Jesse Vash gets a read on it. Just turns back around the last second. Dubstep with a double kill, and Team Secret picks up their first win.
Yeah, really nice job here by Team Secret, being proactive at C, using that little extra cover and stacking up there, kind of anticipating the pressure from Zeta, finding that pick, and then kind of keep sniffed out Laz's lurk.
That's one of those things that you do with experience, right? Off of the timing. Okay, they've taken a little bit too long to push in. Perhaps they're going for a flank, and he does check it. Next round, though, and it's going to be the tour de force being pulled out. Everyone from Team Secret is respecting this.
And when's the last time you said that on a cast? Tour de force?
You want to play? Yeah, it's been a while.
We didn't get to see it much here in Pacific, the chamber.
Yeah, but with the recent balance changes, I'll call it that. Maybe a slight buff. He goes in for a bit of a walk peek. Doesn't catch anyone, but this is good information for Zeta. With that, they created a little bit of space on towards the C site. Now Seeker's being sent out. Team Seeker has no choice but to back off.
And that's a great response to the paranoia from Borkum there. He was trying to buy time, and this buys Zeta a little bit of extra space to make sure they get this plant down safely.
Ooh, Guiding Light 2, and it's a fake! 10! He goes in for the swing, a double kill coming out! Laz watches the flank as well. I mean, pushing into Waterfall, he takes out Jesse Vash. Dubstep is left alone and cold and has no choice but to save.
Jeez. This is just a great response here from Zeta. And one of the things I was thinking in the middle of this round after that early pressure out of A this time from Team Secret was I wanted to see a faster response from Zeta. I wanted to see them, if they're going to shift sides, you know, in the first couple of rounds here, they had been a little bit slow to rotate. They've been taking their time, maybe being a little bit more diligent. Yeah, Dubstep's going to find Laz there on his Tour de Force round, so not a big deal at all for Zeta. But going back to my bigger point here is his ability to swap off of the Killjoy back onto the Jet and still find a ton of impact. We saw it yesterday. It's not just the operator. He's still, despite his age in esports years being a little bit up there, I don't think he's that old, but you know, he still has it. Like you saw that triple kill with that pistol on round 13 yesterday, and look at that. The blades are out and Laz is down. Yeah, scoped in, couldn't see him up in the air. Didn't hear it at all either because he was just outside of range. At the same time now, Zeta just exploring the C side. Jeremy and Borkum are here to defend. You got to be careful here as Team Secret. I want to talk about the ults that are available here for Zeta. You still have the Showstopper. The Overdrive not as much of a concern here on a buy round, but you have the Rolling Thunder here is the big kind of point of interest for me for Zeta. Are you going to be able to kind of predict where it's going to come from? Are you going to be able to maybe have 10 ready in a position where you can blast pack ahead of it and get the Showstopper kill, you know, or at least, you know, nullify a push off of the back of that Rolling Thunder? Now, right now, Envy is in A, expecting a hit here, and maybe the rest of Team Secret making their way through, especially with that Trailblazer coming in, a big indicator that you would think that Zeta is setting up for a hit, but they're not. The spike is over at C currently, and will this actually be a fake from the side of Zeta?
30
trying
seconds left.
Showstopper being pulled out as well. Crow makes a bit of presence known on the A site, and now the rotations are coming forth. The good thing is Borkum did send out an extra dark cover just to block out the C site, but now the overdrive gets deployed. Depp is going deeper in, and he wants to create that space for Sugar Zero to get the spike planted.
A lot of damage done here, and Depp finds Borkum on the entry. The fault line misses, and the overdrive is good.
And now it's up to Jeremy and Jesse Vash. But unfortunately, they're too far apart. Crow is in between them. And unfortunately, he eliminates the first slice of the sandwich. Now onto the other. His back's been spotted. Jesse Vash knows where he is, but 3 targets in front, and it's a little bit overwhelming. He's thinking about the save.
Yeah, there isn't much other option, frankly, for Jesse. If he can find an exit kill, though, able to get that Hunter's Fury online for the next round, so certainly going to be a little more keen to stick around a bit longer. And Zeta flush with cash, happy to go hunting.
They're good. I mean, Zeta, a team that we don't always see them go hunting, but when they do, that says a lot about their confidence. Crow even getting the next frag. Now he's 1 point away from his ultimate, 6-1 in the lead.
I really just am so thrilled. I was pretty...
Certainly.
That went wrong yesterday so far has been fixed for today.
Yeah, put them in their best roles, where they're most comfortable. And that was a 4v5 to round win conversion because Depp sprinted into the C site. Now the next round, it's Team Secret. They got some ultimates, but they don't have the economy. So firepower is a little bit lacking in the department. And although Dubstep is pushing up close, he's going to get taken out by 10. Now Laz comes in for the bit of cover, and Envy gets taken out.
Look at how far ahead Jeremy was here, but there was a trademark there to cover this. So now you've got Depp ready for it.
Okay.
Jeremy, what a shot.
He's still good for it, but now the utility comes in, and off of it, Jeremy will not survive. Sugar Zero getting another. Team Secret just slowly peeking out bit by bit, 1 by 1, and they're all dropping like dominoes.
Just another very safe, steady round here from Zeta. And even though they've been a little bit slow, but it's been a very different look every time. It hasn't been kind of that sit around default, just wait for something to happen. They're being proactive, like Crow on the previous round, selling that fake so well onto the A site. I mean, this is a very different Zeta here today. I'm seeing a lot better adaptation round to round, so tons of credit so far with what we're seeing. But TS, Team Secret, man, look, there are no slouches. They can make adjustments. Jesse Vash is a phenomenal IGL. I'm not counting them out of this map at all just yet.
Hopefully not. But surely, something needs to be changed for the next couple of rounds, because right now, I mean, despite Dubstep and the Blades being sent out in the previous round, he couldn't really find all that much except for the first kill, and then they got thrown in for a bit of a loop because of Crow and that little door movement onto the B site. Team Secret are definitely struggling a little because they're reacting to everything that Zeta's just throwing at them.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to be proactive, but Zeta was able to dodge it. They were able to escape.
The first few rounds.
Yeah, and this is why having Depp on this Neon is so important. Get out of those sticky situations because he's the Neon. We've seen them try to react to his presence with their utility, and a lot of the time he's able to dodge it.
So again, I mean, now coming back into it, just full force towards the A site. There is quite a bit of resistance. Team Secret now just hunkering down. 2 kills going their way, 3, and then the trades come through. 10 trying to pull it back from the break, but still not quite able to push past Borkum. It's all down to Laz, and he's got an operator, but the spike is out in no man's land. Spots the jump peak and swaps over the headhunter just to try to make use of that weapon draw speed. But look at the dark cover. Oh, still lets the flick.
Oh!
Turns back around though. Now Dubstep is going on a bit of a hunt. He's picked up the scent. Bloodhound slowly creeps up forward. But Laz! Never count him out! It's down to a one-on-one. And Jeremy could be anywhere. Laz, fully aware of it, puts down the tripwire. The trap. Just to watch his flank for a second. 30 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, this is so smart by Laz. He's got all the time in the world. He can take his time. He can be very, very safe with this. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have been begging to see Laz on Chamber. Because he is not only talented with the utility of the Chamber, but his opping is stellar.
Running out of time.
Yeah, he's got to go to B, and he has to plant it. Now, Jeremy, I don't think is going to have enough time to stop this.
Sure.
but he knows where it is for sure.
And he's got quite a bit of utility too, Clinton. I mean, he's got Nano Swarm, an Alarm Bot, a Turret, and the Lockdown. A lot of tools at his disposal, but it comes down to whoever's quicker on that trigger, whoever's a little bit more accurate. Laz just hiding up around the doors, watching the angles. The tap comes in, and he puts down the rendezvous, gives himself a bit of an escape from jail card, doesn't even need it. Eagle Eye Laz.
And the clutch. I mean, the 1v3 clutch here for Laz.
Clear strategy. It's just one guy doing so much. 13 kills, 3 deaths right now. We had Def yesterday. Now it's Laz's turn. And everyone else from Team Secret trying to fight back against this.
What?
Off the timeout. It's a bit of a dark cover play. He's going in with the Stinger. Jesse Vash with the Hunter's Fury. And 4 players instantly floored.
Oh, the trap play. Beautiful here from Team Secret. What a timeout. Dial up from Warbirds to get them right back into this match. And all right, I know Laz is amazing, but a 1v5 here, nigh impossible. Able to dodge the drone, but on the side is Jeremy and gets him in the ear. This time around, it is a quick push out from Team Secret, and it's their most effective one with the Hunter's Fury as well to back this up, to really trap Zeta in.
A good way to pull themselves back into the game, too. Off at the timeout. Overlapping crossfire duel. Just trying to check out all the corners, and along with some traps, too. Team Secret coming back.
And now you might be able to bait out a little bit of utility, potentially, but actually Zeta reading this pretty well. They're not using any utility. Laz versus... Oh, the jump beat gets him!
Tried to create that lurk presence again. But unfortunately, not this time. That said, though, too much presence on the other parts of the map. Left see a little bit open. Zeta gets to go in, and they should be able to get the spike planted as well. Depp has a judge.
And you've got some huge ults here for both sides. Lockdown going to be invested. 10 immediately trying to get ahead with that showstopper. Can't find his mark.
I don't think he spotted Jeremy as well. So Jeremy now hiding inside this dark cover could potentially make a play, but the Seekers covers it instead. Dubstep just watching down Waterfall. Team Secret taking this slowly, bit by bit, step by step. Now they're inching up front, but they get blocked by Crow. The Scarecrow fends them off, and like crows, you will fly away, Depp. Now trying to do what he can with the judge. He swings the hammer, and now looking for the next. Jesse Vash trying to dance along with this, but he swaps over to the shorty instead. 2 rounds for 2 rounds, and now you're running out of time. Jumps up, and Depp swings it down.
I mean, unbelievable. Crow here, the hero for Zeta Division. He is having a really, really, really good map. Never really able to track him down because of that extra speed.
Unbelievable. And he's pulling out the tour de force. Dubstep trying to eliminate that distance.
What a
flash play, but unfortunately not quite able to convert into a kill. Zeta just having that movement, just the sense to run and gun backwards.
Well, now Zeta has to be a little bit careful of a push out from C. I mean, now, yep, there goes the trademark. So they're able to kind of get a little bit of a better hand on this. They're going to slow things down, and they should in this case, right? You don't know exactly what the rest of the map looks like, so now you have to start taking your time, working these corners, letting Laz push a little bit of space with his tour de force, see if he could find anybody out of place.
Yeah, the pace coming back to what we saw in the first round. Just making sure that their flanks are covered. If they are pushing up front, they're ready for any duels that Team Secret might throw at them. Because what we saw from Team Secret against GMG yesterday was a lot of that early round aggression. Now it's been tempered.
A double stack on a B for a moment there. I thought Laz might push out into it.
From the shadows as well, but it's just a bit of a ploy. Team Secret having some question marks in their head, but I don't think it's going to deter them too much.
30 seconds left.
All right, now, as soon as the hit comes, you know, and Team Secret looks in a good position to stop this.
Ooh, really? They're just trying to break into the A or B site, but unfortunately, Jesse Vash has got all of these bases covered. The paint shells will disperse them for a second. Envy gets taken out. Now Zeta are running out of time. They have to press in. It's all up to Dubstep and how he plays around this. Switches target, excuse me. And unfortunately, the spike still goes down. And Zeta tries to play around it, but still, Team Secret comes back in with a retake. A little bit with overwhelming force. 3-9, they end the first half. I got so flustered.
I mean, yeah, they're just trying to lighten the mood a little bit here, as Jeremy. That's a good round there from Team Secret. Again, the early pressure this time Doesn't net them any.
The right click still connects. And now just trying to play off of each other through defender spawn. They can't really break past it. Jeremy on a bit of a lurk throughout B as well, trying to catch Laz.
Ooh.
Tried to check, but still eats lead. Now the rest of them, although managing to push in, the rest of Team Secret are just hovering around, playing through the dark cover, waiting for that tap. Sugar Zero sticks it to half, but now with 3 players surrounding you, Team Secret picks up their pistol.
Yeah, this is, again, smart stuff here from Team Secret. Only depth on the C site initially. Keep that site under control for longer periods of time to keep that information handy as well. Yes.
But now in this round, Zeta,
world?
a 5 stack.
They hit it.
And they're, still staying hidden. They've got the dark cover though, so that could discourage Team Secret. But with the owl drone, that should send signals.
Yeah, great response here from Jesse. That owl drone so perfectly timed, catches this attempted trap set up by Zeta.
Calls for the rotation as well.
Yeah, this is why we talk about Jesse as being such a good IGL, and why he loves the Sova. It allows him to really be safe and cautious with these kind of plays.
Unbelievable. Off of that one mid-round adaptation, now they have the sight and the timing. Jesse Vash still watching the flank, so diligent. Zeta's gonna have a tough time retaking. I mean, they've only got those pistols, so surely they're only looking for picks or perhaps to keep Team Secret trapped in, exit frags or what have you. But it's gonna be tough.
No doubt about it. And they should pretty much have this angle on complete lockdown. Not much they can do to get through this. It's gonna take a hero shot.
Wow.
And they're none coming through. Secret finds a flawless of their own on the anti-eco.
Good response. Again, that mid-round adaptation. Jesse Vash as the IGL. And it's so good. A flawless round coming through means that they get to carry these weapons forward. And
Zeta, on your attacker side, I think a 9-3 is quite solid. Is definitely in the realm of what you're hoping for with this comp. You know, but again, being able to keep this C site on lockdown is going to be tricky. This time they're going to try Sugar Zero over there. Double stacking a couple into B here. Depth 10, Crow not too far off. Try to keep this potential B hit thwarted. 10 though, looking down a little bit and getting ready. Couple at C, gonna leave Laz on his own at A, and Depp gets the first.
And he's still sharp, gets the 1, and then high gears to the other side. They played off of the sound. They didn't expect 10 to be perched up on top. An upper. Now the rest of Team Secret trying to recover off of this, but it's gonna be a tough conversion. Now you're left with 3 players.
We'll see though. Spike still dropped back towards the C side. Let's see lobby there, and Flash just gonna confirm some presence.
Wow.
Jesse trying to wiggle his way into C, able to sneak underneath in the corner, but the rest of his team nowhere near. Eventually you'd suspect Jeremy's gonna push back to try to grab this spike. About 30 seconds
30
left.
seconds left.
Should be coming soon. Envy though, gonna kick 10 out.
That could be a start. Now it's slightly more doable, but you have to decide on a site to hit, or I guess just going for that full round save instead. Laz taking out Jeremy is a great pick for Zeta.
One enemy
Going through
remaining.
it as well. A lot of 1v1s throughout this round,
10
and Zeta
seconds
comes out on
left.
top.
Yeah, this is near impossible now
Team
for
Ace.
Envy, and Sugar Zero makes quick work of it. So Zeta able to get the round they should, able to find their conversion, not going to give over a bonus to Team Secret as Team Secret did on the other side. So that's concerning now for Team Secret. You know, with the way this started, 4 rounds in a row for Zeta on their attacker side, not able to find much. Zeta having a good read here on the B pressure. Again, I like what they're doing, leaving Laz kind of out on his own on a round where you don't really expect them to put pressure onto A with that slightly weaker gun setup on the bonus, and it really pays dividends.
I mean, to me, that's the thing, the tricky thing about a 3-site map like Lotus, where Team Secret, they need to go in with that coordination, because in that previous round, going for those individual fights, if players like Def and 10 are so zeroed in, it's tough for you to pick them off one by one. In fact, you might lose your players one by one. So right now, it's that coordinated hit towards the A site. They're walking in, but Zeta seems to be setting up for that retake.
Yeah, think they're still worried about that rolling thunder as well that Envy's already got in the bag. They're going to be noted by the alarm bot on this flank.
That's why they're playing so far back, but without Envy spending it, yep, they got to be a little bit more careful. You got to eliminate the first two heads. That could be Jesse, Vash, and Envy. Watching Tree, as well as Rock right now. Swinging out, Last takes down Jesse.
Off your feet!
Here comes that rolling thunder, though, towards the backside. Leaves the front a little bit open, so it invites Crow and 10 going for peeks, but unfortunately they get taken out. Last closing in the distance, trying to take out Tree. A lot of noise and footsteps being heard, and he swings on a swivel, but Dubstep out from behind with the Phantom. Domes him in the head.
Man, oh man. Almost another Laz miracle there. Still not bad at all. The ideas are pretty good from Zeta. Able to kind of for them to collapse onto Laz, even though he almost takes another hero around into the bag. And it's going to be an eco for the side of Zeta, a Bulldog for Depp, a Marshall for 10. Laz, of course, full of Headhunter bullets.
Wow.
And the tour de force.
And she's playing around the door, too. Although Team Secret gets their way into the sites, unfortunately, with Laz up around behind them, they have to be paranoid about it. The rest of them still trying to make their way through, but Laz, triple kill coming down, and the rest of them trying to reposition. Envy managing to find a little moment, but not before the rest of Zeta collapses in on them.
And this is why we love to see Laz on this. You saw it on the other half with just the regular operator, but Laz with a tour de force can literally win you rounds by himself. Exactly. It's
confidence.
FPS! You gotta kill people!
And that's what Laz is doing. Now they're at 11 points up ahead. Team Secret trying to play around it. They go in full force onto the C site, trying to discourage Laz. He rendezvous out. And although this gives them the site, now it's going to be a Team Secret with a couple of ultimates, but not the best firepower blocking it down.
10 only one away from the showstopper. Now he's got it.
Now slowly inching through two. The rest of them defender spawn as well as Waterfall. Look at that relay bolt lineup. Blocks off 2 points, and the rest of them get to push it because of it. The shorty will connect onto Depp, but then the trades come through. Morgan's the last one left alive, and he's getting tagged up. That box is paper thin, and Sugar Zero puts that final nail in the coffin.
I am not a box, my friend. How dare you? How dare you? No, just kidding. Yeah, this is just a very solid round here from Zeta. I mean, kind of playing retake. Laz doing a good job. Didn't find his opening shot.
He's shouting nice again. We got that .mp3 going. I mean, you're talking about protocols too, right? And I love that little bit of moment because you could see Laz just watching down the sidelines from the back while 10 and Crow push up from the sides, and they're watching separate angles too. This is a Zeta that is so in sync. We're at match point now, and while Team Secret has 3 ultimates, they need to stay alive in order to make those work. The paranoia play gets sent out, and Envy makes it a bit of a trade, but still, Zeta are reading this. They're playing around this. Team Secret trying to land their shots. The lockdown has been in play, and Dubstep goes in for a bit of knives. With this, they get the site.
Nothing they could do about that. Dubstep still trying to push space, and he's gonna get Sugar Zero. Dubstep so good with the knives today.
Now he's just looking for that next bit. Trying to go bangerang with this. Spots out Laz, but Laz bangs him down instead. Now closing up front, Jeremy's on the off angle. Laz not quite able to clear it. The barrel sticks out far too long, and now it's up to 10. Paint shells out. Laz packs in.
Line.
But yeah, it completely stops him in his tracks. Goes for the tap, and Envy just playing so safe with so many different spots on the site. Comes out huge.
Yeah, this is really good stuff here from Team Secret. Those of you who may be tuning in for the first time and haven't been watching a ton of Pacific, we haven't heard a lot of nices out of Laz.
It's giving me some nostalgic feelings, you know? And it's kind of warm. It's kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling good today.
Still, though, maybe economy not so great in this round, but that timeout, perhaps it's a bit of a read from Coach Junior. The rest of Team Secret right now, so far, when they go in for some of those coordinated hits, it works out a treat. But this time, taking it slow off of the timeout.
Man, the economy's a little funky here for Zeta, but because they've got the overdrive, you're able to pop that for depth. You're able to kind of give still Laz and Crow the rifles. 10 there has the stinger. Maybe can blast pack into some success. But Zeta here fully hoping that on a weaker buy, they might be able to trick Team Secret into making a B hit or something like that, but actually, right now, Team Secret fully taking advantage of this space.
With that space, of course, they get the spike planted, but with the positioning that Zeta has, it's almost as if they're anticipating some of these up plays and jump spotting around stairs too.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Jesse's got the op.
Trying to get a read on this. Earlier on it was Dubby, but then he swapped it over because of the positioning. But right now, Dubstep just pushing further in. Overdrive has been popped, but unfortunately, just not quite having that speed. Dubstep shuts it down. Now Laz from behind, but he's only one guy. What can you do? A man in a tin can, and he's throwing everything that he's got at them. Nothing left to lose, but Jesse Vash claims it anyway.
Yeah, this is really good stuff here from the side of Team Secret, and it's slow and methodical at the beginning, checking all their corners, but not giving away any information. It's slow. It's not giving over those sound cues. It is so good. So the initiators there, worth their weight in gold for Team Secret. Now a Hunter's Fury as well for Jesse. Crow's still on those Seekers though, so has some ability to kind of counteract potentially some of the space that Team Secret may want to take, but right now they're being very cautious. I think they're hoping for a Seekers to maybe be popped a little bit early, and then they don't give away too much.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think it's also a little bit of anticipating perhaps Zeta going for some forward plays. The rest of them looking for that early bit of information from Zeta. But Zeta right now not really giving up all too much, and because Team Secret are all rounded up towards the A site, they don't have anything around B or C. Now the op's been sounded off. 10 makes a call, and Zeta makes a move.
10's got to be real careful. He can't play hero on this site. He has got to get out of dodge. This is very scary right now.
Yeah, there we go. Last pack, back into safety. Hunter's Fury is going to get popped, and unfortunately, it does tag up 10. Orcum finishes it off. Team Secret gets the site.
But you got the Hunter's Fury burn. Laz one away from a tour de force. Don't expect him to pop it this round if he gets a kill, but you never know. He's quite comfortable with it.
Oh!
Hello!
Up from the top of the vantage point. Now makes his way in. Seeker is not quite yet popped. They're just trying to do what they can, but now dropping down. Borkum had to spin so much, couldn't find the shot. The rest of them making their way through, and that operator is slowly diminishing away. Envy now, the last one left around the site, tries to stop the spike defuse, actually able to take out Crow. Jesse Vash swaps over to the Vandal, and with Dev just holding it patiently, he takes down Envy. Manages to stick it to halfway. Jesse with the shock dart swaps over to the shorty. Oh, and he still lands the shot!
Just barely. Dev, if he had the confidence to stick that at half, but I should say, if he had kept sticking it when Envy's first utility hit him, and he's not able to fully read the situation and get out before he is dealt with, and that gives Team Secret that extra man advantage that helps in the long run win them the round.
At times too, I mean, it's a bit of heroics from Zeta that brings them over, but right now not working out too well. Off the timeout, it's slightly broken economy. Team Secret making use of that space again, trying to push in through. Laz, he's done it once before, and now Team Secret are very aware. So, Recon Bolt out, Rendezvous away, and Team Secret pushes into the C site. Sugar Zero, despite trying to hold some close angles, gets taken out. Crow trying to get a little bit cheeky, pushing through the dark cover, gets traded by Jesse Vash. 10 in depth, they're trying to create some havoc, but here he comes! High gear, and he swings with the stinger!
How? How does Dip get that kill? Please show me that from his perspective on the replay. And
Laz! He turned around! One shot, one kill! Zeta takes it 13-9.
Everything you wanted here from Zeta. The fist pumps from Laz, the chamber from Laz, Depp on the Neon, 10 on the Raze. Crow